Hi everybody, I'm Luke D, and I'm going to teach you how to find SNPs. So SNPs are single nucleotide polymorphisms. That means I've got one genome here and a very similar genome over here in another person. I have a single nucleotide difference in one spot, and that difference is going to cause a difference in behavior. And when I say behavior, I'm not talking about being nice necessarily, although that certainly is a behavior, but I'm also talking about behaviors like strength, or my ability to process alcohol, a lot of things, the behavior of my cells and the behavior of my body. So when I'm looking for a SNP, I'm actually looking for two different things. I'm looking for its code, which is going to start with RS, and I'm going to look for data associated with that code. That data is going to tell me how strong the relationship is between the code and the behavior. Meaning, I can find a SNP involved in love, but I don't know the strength of the association of that SNP and the behavior of love, and I'm only going to get that relationship by reading the paper in which that SNP was examined. So let's say I'm an addiction researcher and I want to find a SNP associated with addiction. So I'm going to type in the word addiction, and then I'm going to type genetics and reviews. I'm going to find a paper. I'm going to read through my paper, and then I am going to search for the letters RS. Now, RS is going to come up in a lot of different words, so you might want to pop through. And what you should soon find is a number like one of these. So we have RS, long number, RS, long number. These are SNP names. So I have to read this article, or at least this paragraph, to figure out what these SNPs do and how strongly they're associated with what they do. And that's all I need. I need the paper and the number. Now, let's say I couldn't find a SNP for the thing I was looking for. Let's say I want to just start and look through what interesting SNPs there are. Well, I can go through SNPedia, and I can either pop down here to the popular section, or I can type in something here that might be of interest to me. So for example, these are papers in which there is a SNP, the word love, and I can find the relationship between these things later. In conclusion, what I'm going to need at the end of this thing is an RS number, a paper, and then a knowledge about the relationship between the SNP and the resulting behavior. So there is generally going to be a relationship between the SNP and the behavior, and you want to know how strong it is. So for example, they might have tons of research published about it, and they might say specifically that this SNP generally causes a behavior. You may also see that this behavior pops up a lot of times when this RS value, or when the SNP is there. And that means it's just a relationship. So you want to know the strength of the relationship between the RS value and the behavior, the paper, which is going to have all that information, and the RS number. And then you're ready to move to the next step, which is finding the sequence surrounding the SNP, which you can find in another video.